Hey everybody, it's Toya Teller and I'm back with another video. This is the review for Belle Collective Season 3. This is episode 1. The title of this episode is Zaddy in the Middle. Okay? More like Joshy in the middle. But so we start the episode off with Latrice, Zaddy, and his grandkids. Because come to find out, his child has moved back to Mississippi and is staying on the property. So now he have grandkids that's living on the property with them. So Latrice is getting to know his grandkids. She still don't like kids, but she's cool with his kids being there. So, and plus it gives her practice just in case she do decide to let this abusive man knock her up, which I hope that she don't. Now, over at the Rogers residence, Joshy is now a fly on the wall because Mississippi is going through another water crisis, and I'm guessing that he lives in the heart of Mississippi, so he's really affected by the crisis. Latrice, they're on the outskirts, so they're not affected at all by the crisis of the water. So she let Joshy come and live with her. Now, Joshy is, in the words of Cliff, and then Josh had the nerve to double down on it. He is Latrice's friend slash worker. Okay. So, um, Josh, he's living at the house and he is basically being very vocal about how he feel about Cliff and how it's cringy and disturbing to watch, or I'm gonna use the word he used. He said comical to watch Latrice and Cliff, you know, go through what they go through at home behind closed doors. hmm And y'all, even in public, when the doors open, yeah, over there at the M bar. So I don't think Joshy, I think he's on point with his feelings. Now, should he maybe bite his tongue a bit when it come down to Cliff and how he feel about Cliff and everything that's going on between him and Latrice? I do feel like he should bite his tongue just a bit, simply because he's living in their home. And it could cause chaos. It could cause uncomfortability. It could cause tension, and so on and so forth. Basically the things that it's causing. Although Joshy not the one that's causing the tension in between Latrice and Cliff, and Latrice had even made that clear. Whenever Cliff tried to say that Josh is the one getting in the middle of us, no, Josh is not. It's you and your character that's getting in the middle of us. And Latrice, is also you and your character, because I'm just not finding out that you are as weak as you are. And I did not know that about you. When I first met you on this show, I thought you were more of a strong, independent backbone for yourself. And it seems like to me that you are the opposite. I mean, you strongly independent when it comes down to being business minded and being a business woman and taking care of your business. Kudos. But when it comes down to your man, your marriage, and your confidence, let's talk about that. Because it's so many red flags in the midst of it. Girl, you scream weak. You scream, I'm looking for a daddy. You scream, I don't have a mind of my own. My husband thinks for me. My husband makes all the decisions for me. Although I was a strong, independent mind before I had even met him. That's what you give. And it also speaks a lot on your confidence as a woman. Because I had already looked at his side eye with why you call Cliff Zaddy from the start, because I've already told y'all my commentary on that. He's not giving Zaddy vibes. Honestly, I don't even agree with you calling him that. Especially if this man is controlling and he treating you as if you're a child. It's like you're playing into that narrative that he is trying to create for your life. You're playing into it just by calling him daddy. Period. And honestly, no, I don't think that you're tired of it. Do I think that you're telling the truth when you say you're unhappy with it? You're starting to be unhappy in your marriage when Josh asks you that? I believe you're telling the truth on that. You look unhappy, Latrice. You do. You look unhappy. And after seeing the way Cliff treated you outside of the M bar, that looks exhausting. That type of treatment from a man looks exhausting. So I'm sure you're being truthful on that part, that you're unhappy in your marriage. Mm-hmm. But when you say that Cliff is just overprotective, he's just trying to protect me, da 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 da. The way that man was talking to you, calling you a snake, calling you fake, telling you, oh, you ain't get permission from me. You ain't get permission from me. Like, that man don't respect you, let alone want to protect you. No, he just want to control something. And if you don't see that from a distance, girl, you might not ever wake up and see it, Latrice. Josh is just wasting his breath, his tension, and I'm glad that he decided to cut all that off. Like, I don't want to hear about Cliff no more. And I don't want to talk to you about Cliff no more. And hopefully, however he feel about Cliff, hopefully he keep that to himself. But it don't look like he gonna do that because on the previews, he over there talking to Akeisha about it. Now I'm side-eyeing him, y'all. But we're gonna move on to the next scene. Okay. Letitia meets up with Glenn at the trampoline place. He over there with their son Josh. And she said that Josh had been with Glenn, so I'm guessing they doing week on, week off. Who knows? But Josh have been doing. Josh have been with Glenn, and now she's coming to pick him up so that he can go back with her because they're still separated. Although she let him get some of them cookies after the reunion. Yeah. I guess Latrice ain't the only one that's weak. But thankfully she did care about herself enough to make him use a condom, regardless of how long we've been married or whatever we, got a child, don't even matter. That D no longer belongs to me. And he got the nerve to say, you treating me like I'm community. Brother, you are. The whole community was in your DM. And you didn't hesitate to send them your D. Yeah. And even if you didn't send them your D, you were sure entertaining them. So you might as well been to something to them. Yeah, you are community ping. You're ready to share it around the community, like, clearly. Please. So, Letitia studied going around in circles, talking about, look, I know it was a bad idea for me to have sex with you after reunion, this and that. But at the same time, your actions made me move back with my mom, all this and all that. Glenn, he not trying to hear it. He's telling Letitia, look, we're not going to do that. We're not even going to do that. He's trying to turn it around on her now, making it seem like she the one with the problem. No, you are the one with the problem, Glendale. and gonna have the nerve to say, "Oh, somewhere along the lines, you forgot that you are indebted to me," because she told him she don't want to feel indebted to him, and somewhere along the line, she forgot, and she had to read him down for that. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I forgot somewhere along the lines. I forgot. Clearly, Glenn, you full of shit, y'all. This scene would have been better off watching Glenn and Josh play dodgeball like Josh wanted to do. And I don't even think that he was even, I don't even think he got the chance to play dodgeball. Because by the time Letitia got tired of hearing Glenn and his bullshit, she told Josh, it's time to go. Yeah, say bye to your daddy. Ain't nobody got time for all that. So I don't even understand why. I mean, I do understand why Letitia Slick entertained him after the reunion. Well, not even Slick, because girl, you went all the way. So I do understand why she entertained him after the reunion, because she probably was still stuck between, do I want to work this out or should I walk away? But after you accepted him back and then you still got the same results, y'all. You accepted him back and still got the same result. Why are you still having this conversation with him? I wouldn't even be giving him the time of day. Like, I would have came to the trampoline place. Hey, Josh, you had fun with your daddy? Like your haircut? Let's go. Clearly. What we need to have a scene together for? Y'all, moving right along. Y'all, JJ, he think he sleep. So, he in there cooking lobster, shrimp, good little dinner. You know, it look real nice. He got the nerve to be butt naked with an apron on, waiting on So Gucci to come from work. So Gucci, she come in, and she like, what's this? He got Cool Whip all on his face, all on his lips. Y'all, JJ talking about some, cause God darn it, I know I'm sweet. God darn it. That man know he say God darn it with every 3 words that he say. Now, so Gucci, she sat down. Well, first she had went and got dressed, because she was like, okay, let me go get sexy since you sexy and everything. She had went and got dressed and came out for dinner and everything. So she had kind of knew he was up to something, because she had even said it for herself that this different. You know, you haven't took me out in a while, but you know, you cooked at home. This a little different, but you know, and she was like, well, why did you really cook this dinner tonight? And clearly, when a woman know whenever her man is acting out of character, like whenever they want something, because clearly she said, this is what I do when I want something. Whenever I know it's a purse I want to purchase or something like that. Yeah, so what's up? So that also let me know that JJ ain't cooking no meals every night or every other night, which I ain't saying that whether he should or he shouldn't. I'm just saying that that's what it lets the audience know, that So Gucci not really used to this treatment. You know, she's probably used to him taking her out, but like she said, they haven't even been out in a while. So they probably ordering takeout most of the time. Because you remember on the last season, her daughter D was always bringing them something to eat. Yeah, and they used it as an excuse that she was trying to, get in good so she can ask for something. Nah, ain't nobody cooking around their house. That's what it is. And so, come to find out, whole time JJ did want something. And he trying to ask So Gucci if he can move his mama inside the house. After he just stated, I love being an empty nester. So if you love being an empty nester, why is you bringing Mama Bird to the nest? What's up with that? So Gucci, she really mad about it simply because JJ did not confirm this with her first before talking to his mama, telling his mama that it's okay, you go and move in. Like, no, you don't just do that. Like she said, no. You supposed to talk to me first. Because she likes his mom, she get along with his mom, but that's on visits. Like, I'm sure she don't want to live with this lady. And I feel like what you really trying to do? You rushed my daughter, you rushed them up out of the house so you can move your mama in. You was just so ready for my daughter to leave. Now you want to move your mama in? Y'all, I don't know what this about to be, but all I know is Gucci ain't feeling it, and me either. And she told JJ straight up, I don't want no damn lobsters. And what you thought you was finna get, you ain't about to get. You should have thought about that before you told your mama it was okay for her to move in before talking to me. Clearly. Y'all, Tamara and Damon has been living together for going on, I think she said, 3 months now? They have been together, and she ain't really feeling it no more. And I knew that was going to happen. I said that. Like, Tamara don't really want that man. Tamara ain't really trying to be living with that man. Tamara, like she said, she been living on her own all her life, and she's not used to living with anyone. And I don't really think that she at the point where she want to get used to it. I really think that Damon came along because he fitted the storyline. And now she's finding herself kind of in an uncomfortable position that she's now talking to him about. So he come in the house talking about, I would like for the house to look like it looked before you moved in when I come in. Like, what? First of all, it wasn't even out of place to even be saying it. She had a jacket laying over the stairway. She had a purse on the counter. She had a few shirts that she was folding up over the couch, but it wasn't like the girl had a party and left empty plates and cups sitting around. For him to be saying something like, really? And so she had to just go ahead and shut him down real quick and let him know, I'm glad that you mentioned that because that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I think that it's time that I get my own space. Yeah. I mean, maybe a little condo apartment or something. Like, and the one like, oh, you talking about a whole move out. Like, you just got here. Yeah, and I just realized that I'm uncomfortable. And I would rather live alone. So he's telling Tamara how she don't ever cook. She can at least get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and cook him breakfast. So she's like, you want me to get up at 4 in the morning and cook you breakfast? I'm not even here. I have to work. And he feel like, oh, what you doing ain't really work because you sitting in the desk all day. Are you freaking serious? Are you serious? Yeah, y'all, Tamara, it's best that you go and start filling out that application right now so that you can go and get your own spot with your own space. Because clearly you and Damon is not seeing eye to eye. But we're going to talk about that a little later. Okay, going over here to Akeisha place. Come to find out, Willie is back in New York because he is, I think, a radio host or something like that. For a football team or something like that. He got going on right now. But either way, he's working. He's far away from Mississippi and those pig ear sandwiches as possible. So Akeisha is doing the single mom thing right now. Well, not single because she's still married, but she's doing the full-time mom thing right now. So she's filming at the house with the kids. And so Gucci, she comes over to visit. And they bring up Tamara. So they talking about Tamara. And so Gucci, she like, I don't know who that girl was. The girl that was beating on the table with all that, You said what you said. All that. I don't know who that girl was. Like, me and my friends that remember Tamara from back in the day, we don't know that Tamara. So clearly Tamara she had done turned to her other side that ain't nobody never seen clearly. And come to find out, all the other girls talking about how Tamara be lying. About how she lied and said that Akeisha called the girls ugly last season. She lied about the talking about wanting Akeisha on the show and all this here, brought up the stuff about the group chat. And basically Akeisha just making it clear to So Gucci that she don't fool with that girl no more. Period. Point blank. But her and So Gucci has came together and they have become really good friends. So now the tables has turned. Okay, the tables has turned. And it looked like they done turned on Tamara. But moving right along. Okay, so now So Gucci is showing Latrice a property. Not Latrice, y'all. That was last season. And y'all see how that went. We're gonna talk about it. But So Gucci is now showing Letitia a property. Because Letitia is planning on moving out the house with Glendale. And her and Josh is getting their own place and everything. So she's trying to make this breakup or this separation, divorce, whatever it is, official. Now, so Gucci telling her, look, don't be having me showing you all these damn condominiums and you go and get somebody else. Because that's, y'all see this knife in my back? Yeah, Latrice put it there. Come to find out, she had done showed Latrice different properties and she wasn't finished. Let So Gucci tell it. She was not finished with her search on the properties. Like she was still working on finding more properties for Latrice. But in the midst of that, Latrice had went and signed off with another realtor for a property. Like she closed the deal. And so Gucci feel like, oh, okay, you betrayed me. I mean, the least you could have did was called me and was like, okay, girl, you taking too long, and I done already talked to Miss such and such, and she talking about she gonna get me right. The place that she showed me, I feel like it's legit. It fit in with my plan and my project and my vision. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll with her. No hard feelings, but you know, I have to have it done at this time. But I mean, if you willing to do business with me in the future on properties, then we can most definitely make it happen then. But I'm gonna go ahead and roll with Miss Realtor over here. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how So Gucci looking at it. Like Latrice could at least call and just been straight up with me about it, so I won't be still working, looking, and the whole time I done popped on Facebook and you done closed the deal. So it's like, I get why So Gucci feel away, but I just don't think that the beef is that heavy to even call beef, honestly. I really don't. I think that it really could have just been handled mature enough to say, look, business is business. Let's keep it moving. We still cool. But everybody handle their stuff differently. So now they get to the kitchen area. Before they get ready to leave, Marie, clearly she ain't got no storyline of her own. Out of all the businesses she own, I just don't understand why she worried about if Letitia still giving Glenn the cookie. So Letitia had to let her know that, look, I slipped up after the reunion. I sat on the D. I did, but it was something I wanted to do. I got the D. I was satisfied. And now my vibrator is working miracles. Like, she left out the part that after you got the D and you were satisfied, you realized that, oh, you wasn't the only one that he was trying to get a D to. Because he had women all in the DM that he was replying to for the D. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's what really happened. And then you felt played, and now you went back to your vibrator, which is nothing wrong with that. You should have never betrayed your vibrator from the start after the reunion. If you ask me, should have went back home to your vibrator then, instead of letting Glendale finesse the cookie out of you. Girl, stop. So Y'all, moving on to the next scene before I wrap this up. Okay, so on this scene, we get Latrice's side of the story with the mess between her and So Coochie. So she's letting Joshy know that Latrice was taking too long for me. And I'm a woman, I'm about business. And when I need to move, I need to move. Like, I can't be waiting around on you. You only showed me one building. And that was it. So Latrice said she wasn't surprised that the deal flopped with So Gucci. And I'm like, okay, if she is the number one realtor in Jackson, why she only showed you one building? It's not adding up. And then come to find out, Latrice said, baby, I gave her that name. Y'all, the shade is real. Okay? The shade is shading. Now, uh, Joshy said, she bamboozled you. So they trying to make it seem like so Gucci was basically too busy working out because y'all know she's a personal trainer now, and she does have clients. So I'm pretty sure her business is booming, and she was too busy to find Latrice a building. Is what Latrice is saying now. It's two, maybe three sides to every story. So this is just the beginning. We got the whole season to get up into this. And we're going to get all into it. Okay? We're going to get all the way into this. Now, she's asking Joshy, is he going to be, whenever they do move into the new building, they showed the new building and everything, it's still, got to get work done and everything. So it's not ready yet. But they just discussing it, trying to plan it out, map it out. And Josh was like, am I going to be working upstairs or am I going to be downstairs? And she was like, first you got to find out if you want to do makeup or if you're going to be Goddess Lens. So I'm guessing that Joshy is like a MUA around Jackson. So I don't know. Maybe we'll get to see that side of his storyline pretty soon. We don't know. But anyways, she also had to let him know that, she don't like how vocal he is around Cliff. She don't like how he disrespects her house and her husband. So Josh, he don't really know how to take it, but you can tell that it bothers him. And this conversation that she's having with him probably led to the conversation that he had with her, letting her know that he's done with being in the middle of you and Cliff, because Latrice would come to him about her problems with Cliff and then get mad at him for being vocal about it. Now, I do agree with being vocal in front of Cliff is going a bit too far, because that can cause tension in that girl marriage that she have to deal with behind closed doors, not you. So I do feel like that's going a bit too far, but you do have to understand why he is being vocal towards you, about your husband. Because you coming to him to vent to him. So I feel Joshy when he said, I feel like you crying for, you crying out for help. That's the way I'm taking it. So y'all, I don't know what's going to happen on it, but I do feel like Joshy is, so far, I feel like he is a true friend, but I do side-eye him the fact that he over there talking to Akeisha about Latrice and Cliff. Akeisha barely even know this girl, just met her last season. So why are you talking to Akeisha about Latrice and Cliff? So I can't really say whether you're good or bad friend. All I'm going to say is I do feel like you really care about Latrice. That's all I'm going to say. Moving right along. Okay, so this is the scene whenever Latrice, her friend Mandy, and Josh, they all meets up at the M bar. Josh, I don't believe he had made it there yet. But Zaddy, he come in talking his language that only he can understand. Maybe him and Latrice, I guess. I don't even think Latrice can understand this shit coming out his mouth. And y'all, I forgot to mention. In the first scene, whenever Zaddy had told, whenever Latrice had told what's his name? Joshy had said that now I ain't the one that's no, Latrice told Zaddy that Josh not the one that's getting in the middle of our marriage and causing problems. And then Joshy had said, no, I just stirred up. The problems is already there. And that's when Cliff said, yeah, that's why you need to stir your ass up out the door. Y'all, I forgot to mention that part on my review. And then whenever Josh started getting on Cliff about his communication skills, Cliff said, I can communicate. I can email. I can text. Josh said, man, you can't even talk. Y'all, these people that they done tripped me out. And then it don't make it no better with them putting the captions up when Cliff talk. Can't nobody understand what he's saying. Like, clearly Josh, he wasn't lying. Dude, you can't even talk. Like, you talking about text and email. You can't even talk right. So he in the M board telling Latrice, talking about, come on, let's wrap that mic up. We fit to talk. We fit to talk. Wrap that mic up. Come outside. We fit to talk. Just talking to her like she's 16 years old and then got caught at the club, with no permission. So he pulls her outside, her friend Mandy looking like, And she just started looking at her phone like, here we go again. So clearly, this ain't her first time seeing Zaddy get down like this. This can't be her first time seeing it. Because she'd have been like, Cliff, not Cliff. She probably would have been trying to follow her outside, kind of worried. Like, I ain't never seen him like this. Girl, look, clearly Latrice is used to it. So she walk outside with a little smirk on her face. I don't understand why. Because at that point, you need to be checking the HE double hockey sticks out of Cliff. Yeah. Somebody need to come get him. Rolling up on my scene like that while I'm trying to film at the M bar. What's wrong with you? So, instead, she go outside and answer to her daddy. And he tell her, look, you ain't getting no permission from me to be up here at the M bar. What you up here for? What y'all talking about me? What y'all talking about me? Like, what the? Even if they was talking about you, Cliff, why does that get to you so bad? Why does it matter to you that much? And so she was telling him, first of all, I forgot to mention how he grabbed her arm. Did not like it at all. I feel like somebody should have did something about it. Security or something. Should have came and told him straight up, don't be putting your hands on her. Like, you can film. I understand your emotions, but don't be putting your hands on her now. Because this ain't that. We don't condone violence on this network. But clearly they did. So, he's snatching her up like she a child that's getting chastised. And so she was like, don't you break these people mic. Don't you break these folks mic out here. So he grabbed the mic off her back, unmiked her, and threw it down. And just started fussing, calling her a snake, talking about you fake. Yeah, you trying to do stuff behind my back, this and that. Y'all, Cliff went off. He went all the way off. And then told her basically to get your ass right. You know who run this. Yeah, basically. And he walked on in there behind her and back in the M bar so that he can go and sit down and spy on her as she mingles with her friends, just to make sure that he controls the situation. Y'all, Cliff, toxic. All the way toxic. And let Latrice tell it, she think that it's just him protecting her, and everyone should respect it and understand it just like she does. No, Cliff need to be the one to respect it and understand it clearly. But we're going to finish talking about this on the next episode of Bill Collector, because I will be back with episode 2 on my review. But thank y'all for watching. This is your girl Toya Taylor. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please go ahead and do so. Also, hit that notification bell button so you know when I come through with more videos. Until next time, I hope y'all have a good day. Peace.